hope you guys are doing well. Edgar Simsala Marketer here. In this video, I want to quickly show you how to sell digital products on System.io. Essentially, there's three elements to this whole thing. The first one is the sales page, where you actually kind of showcase the product, you're selling it. And the second one is the order form, so they can actually fill it out and pay for your product. And the third one is the kind of like the delivery mechanism. You can sell different types of digital products and have different types of pricing structures. So we're going to look into that as well. First thing you want to do, you want to log in, obviously, go to websites, sales funnels, and then you want to click on create if you want to create from scratch or from a System.io template. There's some that you can pick from just to get you started. Then what you want to do is you want to click on create, then you want to click on sell. Obviously you want to name the funnel and you want to select the currency. So usually it's going to be your default one, right? You just leave it as is, but just in case, if you want to sell it, let's say in Canadian dollars, for example, then just select it here. And also your funnel domain. Definitely a custom domain is more recommended. Some social media sites don't like this default one, so keep that in mind, but you can still use it. But in my case, I'm going to use my own template because shameless plug, there's a template below this video in the description and the pinned comment probably as well. And that's what I'm going to be working with, because while the order, just a plain order form where they can just fill it out and buy it, that's good. That's kind of what System.io templates give you. But it's better to have a full-on sales page that actually talks about their pain points, desires, there's testimonials, there's all kinds of stuff. So that's what this template will offer. You can just kind of replace it with your own stuff and talk to your own target audience and about your own product and just kind of tailor it to your own needs. And, it gives you better odds at higher conversions, essentially. So it's down below after the video if you want to use it. Once you click on it, once you claim it, it's going to be added to your System.io account. It's going to be named Basic Sales Page. So if you click on it, there's two pages. There's the sales page, or rather the it's called the order form, and also the thank you page. So the first thing before going and editing the page, we first want to talk about the potential pricing options or what kind of product you're selling. That's the number one thing, right? You have a product or you need a product to sell. Otherwise, there's no point of creating a sales page if you have nothing to sell and you don't know what you want to sell, right? So first, we want to look into that. We are at the order form page, step configuration, and we want to scroll down. Obviously, we're selling a digital product over here, right? And I want to scroll down. Let's just remove this one. Let's just create a new one. Let's say we've never created a digital product, like in this ecosystem. So we want to click on the plus icon over here, and we want to name it. So I don't know, product A, whatever it is, right? And the first section that we want to update is, again, we want to click on plus. So what kind of resource is it? So the most popular type is a course. So a course is, if you look under products, courses, that's a full-blown course. That's a System.io kind of an extra feature where you can just build a new course, and the course has modules, it has lectures, right? Let's preview it actually, just so you can get a better glimpse. This is kind of, you can create a course that has videos, all kinds of resources. You can just have all this information, right? These lectures, just like any course essentially, right? So this is kind of the more popular option. Let's just close this. You can link to a course. That's what you're selling, right? Once they buy, that's the deliverable. The second one is course bundles. So the way a course bundle works is you have multiple courses. So with a free account, it's not going to work because you can only have one. But if you have a paid one, you can have multiple courses and you can bundle them together. Let's say it's a Christmas bundle or a Black Friday bundle, whatever. You take like 10 of your best courses, bundle them together, sell them at an 80% discount. And the way it looks on the user's end, once they buy it, it looks something like this. So these are like courses, right? This is like, for example, a course, and then I click on it and they enter a course, right? So here they are inside the course. So that's one way. If it's a bundle, they click on it and here are all the courses, individual courses in a single bundle. So that's another way to do it, which is also a System.io. It's built in System.io essentially. Third one is a tag. So in this case, this is if you don't have a course to sell or a community. It's you have to tag them at least. I like to tag people with like a tag that says purchased this product, because as you're going to be sending your mailing list emails, you want to tag the purchasers and then you want to exclude them with this tag. You want to add it as an exclusion tag, exclude these people from these promotional emails because they have already bought this product. Let's say you're sending 5 emails promoting a specific course, and there's someone who buys it after the second email. You don't want to send them the rest of the promo, right? The other 3 emails. You want to tag them, and then you want to exclude them. And the way you create a tag is you go to under contacts, tags. We can delete this tag, and we can create a new one. So that would be something like purchased product A, right? I think that's what we called it. Save. So that's going to be that. So we can just pick. Yeah, I need to refresh the page, and then it's going to show up the new tag. You select the tag, or if you're selling a community, you can just pick a community, right, that you created, and that's what you're actually selling. And yeah, if there might be a question if you're selling like a PDF, for example, right? So, or some sort of like an external link to like a folder, they can download something. So basically some sort of deliverable that's not a course built in System.io. So what I would do in that case, I would do tag. They have let's say this is the purchase tag. I just don't want to refresh the page so the tag shows up. But let's say this is the purchase tag, and you can create an automation, which we can do afterwards. You can create an automation when somebody gets tagged with this, they receive an email with the link to whatever you're giving them. So that's also an option. So let's do it this way, for example. Yeah, as for the price plans, oh, one more thing with courses. If you do a course, there's different ways to deliver it. You can deliver the full access course, right? You just throw it all at them, right? Whatever the amount of modules is, you just give them the whole course. You can do partial access, where you select which modules they can get access to. Let's say you're selling only module 1, and there's an upsell where you're selling all 10 modules, for example, right? But in this case, you would sell only module 1. Or drip content, that just means that you're slowly dripping the content. They get the full course, but they give it in kind of like in small doses, like a challenge, let's say, right? I'm doing a challenge as well. It's a 7-day challenge, and they don't get the whole 7 days worth. They get on day 1, they get module 1. On day 2, they get module 2 in addition to module 1. On day 3, they get module 3 in addition to those 2 modules. You kind of pace them. You can do it on a daily, on a weekly, whatever, pacing, right? So that's what drip content is. But yeah, most of the time it's full access. But yeah, in our case, we're just going to be doing tags. So let's do tags. Let's say this is our purchase tag. We're going to send them an email with our PDF, for example, right? So that's the tag. And we also need to give it a price, right? There's multiple options how we can price this. Let's click on the plus icon as well. So here we can select existing ones that we might have, but we assume that this is a fresh account. We've never set up a price point. So we're going to create a new one. Let's click on create a new one. Price plan name displayed on the order form, and price plan name displayed on your dashboard. Let's just name it product A, $19. So this is essentially what it shows up as on the page, and also on the receipt that they receive, which is all automated. If they purchase, they receive a receipt, and it also has the product name in there. So name these just simple, right? Maybe a price in the brackets. And statement descriptor, this is, I think, their bank statement, basically, yeah. And there's a 22 character limit, so keep it short. As for price plan type, you can do one-time payment, which is popular. Let's say in this case is going to be $19. You can do also subscription, which is, think Netflix. It's basically they keep paying monthly, weekly, yearly, whatever, until they unsubscribe, until they tell you they're not going to pay anymore. So yeah, that's essentially, there can be a trial period. Let's say you give them 7-day trial, and after said trial, they'll be paying a certain amount each, let's say 1 month, 1 week, 1 year, right? Or each 2 weeks, right? There's different types, but usually it's 1 month. Each 1 month, which means monthly, they're going to pay $19, for example. And also payment plans. This works for, let's say they can't afford to pay $9.97 in one payment. So you can offer a payment plan, right? You can do 3 payments of $347. That's a little bit over 8,000, right? 1,000, yeah. So that's an option as well. That's for higher price stuff. If your product costs $19, then obviously you don't do a payment plan. So let's do one-time payment and $19. And now we save it. So that's the price point. That's the deliverable, which we will send them an email, right? Remember, tag, we'll send them an email. And let's click on save. But yeah, automation rules. We want to deliver this product, this link to our guide, for example, in an email. So what we do is we do automation rules, add rule. Trigger is new sale, right? So if they purchase something on the sales page, the action will be send email, right? And then we can click on the plus icon and we can just write out an email. Hey, here's your free guide, right? And then the link over here. Obviously make it a little bit more sophisticated than this, but yeah, subject line, here's their link, whatever else is in there, whatever information they might need, whatever they signed up for, you can just deliver it all in an email. And obviously send their name, send their email address, that doesn't change. And that's it. Click on save. So once they purchase, they immediately receive an email where whatever you promised, that's the deliverable, it's going to be in the email. But the usual way, I like courses. Courses are simpler. There's an automated email they receive where they get a link, they click on it, they get access, right? Or they can just click on their student dashboard over here and they have access to all their courses hosted on System.io. It looks nice and clean and it's just really simple. But yeah, that's the long version of this. So this is the delivery, the pricing, all that stuff, right? But now we actually have to take care of the sales page. So here, as per the template, we have the sales page and the order form ready. So let's click on edit page. And in short, there's only one element that this page cannot go without, which is the order form. If we scroll down, it's over here. This is a two-step order payment form. In this case, it's called. That's the simplest way to do it because it's a whole element here. If you want to do like everything in one row, basically all the name, email, card details, all that stuff, you kind of have to assemble it yourself, element by element. Here it's just you drag it in, and there's a whole form. And step one is you ask for their contact information, and let's click on it. And step two, once they fill out that and click next, step two is we ask for their credit card information. And another reason why you want to do a two-step form is a lot of people kind of quit halfway through the checkout process. So they give you their name and email and then they leave, right? And with a two-step form, they give you their name and email, click next. They see credit card, they go look for it, something distracts them, they leave, right? Never to be seen again. But if it's a two-step form, you can automate this whole cart abandonment kind of email follow-up, right? You can set up an automation where they receive emails the same day, next day, whatever, where basically we kind of incentivize them. Hey, here's a 10% coupon, or hey, the deal is almost, is about to expire. Are you sure you want to leave without taking advantage of this great offer, right? So you can kind of do follow up with people. So this is two-step order form. I use it a lot of times as well. It's just a good way to do it. And when you click on the element itself, you can just edit everything visual there is, button color, button text, subtext, spacing, margins, all that stuff, right? Borders. If you click on it, step one, since this is a digital product, all these elements, I would basically just need their name and email. I wouldn't even need their phone number unless it's necessary for the digital product. If it's like a mastermind where you maybe you have to call them, whatever, then yeah, you can keep it in. But other than that, I would just delete all of this stuff. I left it in by default just in case, but you don't really need all this stuff because it's a digital product. There's no justification to you maybe asking for their postal code, not that I can think of. So you can just keep it as simple as this. And then, yeah, want to click on Save Changes. As for the rest of the page, usually a sales page has more components than just this because you want to add things that reassure people that this is a good choice they've made, right? You want to kind of emphasize their pain points, their desires. You want to visualize the product. You want to put up the actual product, kind of the mock-up or whatever. If you click on it, you can add an image, right? Or you can, from your computer, you can drag in like a mock-up of your product. You want to talk about their pain points, desires. You want to list the benefits. You want to list what's in there with their perceived value. And you want to kind of add it all up and show what the whole value of this thing is, right? Let's say there's plenty of elements. There's a course, a guide, a checklist, whatever, and their whole value together is $1,500. But today you're only getting it for $19. That's 99% discount or whatever, right? So that's, you build up the value just so it's an easier sell, and they're going to be like, oh, that's a no-brainer. It's so much value, and only getting it for $19. So that's why you do kind of like this extra selling stuff. And same thing with bonuses. more bonuses, relevant bonuses, the better. If you have testimonials, there's a lot of people that kind of need to see them. They need to see that others have bought it, and they need to see that others have succeeded after buying this product. So testimonials, if you have them, add them, definitely. If you don't, then just delete this element. Simple as that. There's other final call to action, what they receive. Here's the form. And the form is all set up. It's all good. So let's save changes. Let's go back. And the thank you page, if we click on it, click on edit page, that's basically just a confirmation, same mockup, congrats you did it, expect an email from us. You can add an extra line in case you haven't reached out to, and then you put in your email address. Because sometimes people put in the wrong contact information, or it goes to spam or whatever, it's good to leave this way of getting in touch with you just so people don't think that you're, some sort of scammer. Even if it's like not your fault, not at all, maybe they made a mistake or there's a glitch, it's good that you leave this contact information. You don't want to just take their money and then, they can do whatever. So have your email address in here as well. So that's kind of pretty much it for this. Obviously, edit the footer and the color, the background color, all that stuff, whatever needed. But this is just a confirmation, just to tell them, hey, you bought it, expect it in your email. Whether it's a course bundle, an email that I showed, the automation, it's all, they're going to receive an email regardless. So you can just tell them that they should receive an email within the next 5 minutes. So yeah, let's save changes. Let's go back. And kind of like one of the final points, just very important, if you're building out from scratch, which is fine if you don't use my template, keep in mind that the terms sales page and order form might create some confusion. If you're just adding steps yourself, you're just building these things out yourself. Let's say you add a step, you want to add a sales page. So there's a difference between a sales page and an order form. A sales page, so there's a differentiating factor, sales page, right? A type of page. There's different types of pages. You can do order form, webinar, sign up, opt-in page, whatever. We want let's say sales page, right? That's how we sell. And if we click on save, and then we select any of the templates. System.io has some templates. Now let's click on it. And then when we go and edit the page, there's no option for a two-step order form. If you see on the left side, you have to link it to an order form page. So that might be slightly confusing, right? There's no such thing as there's no order form. There's like these things, but these are not really physical product. Maybe that's good, but for digital products, there's nothing here. There's no way of selling it. So the sales page terminology might be slightly confusing because the sales page in this context is just being used for like selling, right? The testimonials, all that stuff. And then there's a button that takes them to an order form page, right? Add step or checkout / order form page. Let's click here, order form, save. And that's the page that has the form. Let's click in it just to show. And this is where it has all these elements, right? This is a one-step order form. I like to have both of them in the same page. Sell and have the form right there, right? Instead of clicking, going to another page, just have it all on the same page. That's how I do it most of the time. Let's go back. So instead of doing sales page that links to an order form, I just do an order form. That's a sales page at the same time. So that's the difference. I don't know if that makes sense. Let me know in the comments if that doesn't make sense. I'm just essentially combining a sales page and an order form into one thing. That's how this template works. And then a thank you page, that's obviously the confirmation for the purchase. Let's remove this. And yeah, that's kind of the short version. You can do different types of digital products. There's different delivery mechanisms. There's the course, there's an email, it can be a community, it can be a course bundle. There's different types of payment options you can do. So yeah, this, I've done a video on this before, but recently this layout has changed. So yeah, I thought it might be a good idea to kind of refresh this content and create a new type of video that shows all the the new layout. Even this part, it didn't used to be this. This looks different as well. So yeah, hopefully that helps. Last thing, the link for the sales page. So I don't know, /product. You can do something like this, right? It's your domain / whatever the name of the product is. Just make sure you don't use caps because System.io is not going to like it. Don't use caps, use lowercase only, and also don't use space. It's also not going to like that. If you have multiple words, sales page, right? Just use dash or hyphen, whatever it's called, but don't go crazy. If it's like more than 2-3 words, just use an abbreviation or acronym, whatever it's called. But yeah, don't go too crazy. Keep it short, just so it doesn't look as spammy as like the default slug or URL path. But yeah, that's the short version. Go claim the template below. That's going to be helpful. It's a free template. Also, if you have any questions, comment below, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. I'm nearing 1,000 subscribers, which has been my goal, and I still, fingers crossed, I still have a chance. I still have a month left to get 90 subscribers, I think. So yeah, make sure to subscribe if you see this video and if you like the content. But yeah, with that out of the way, hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye.